I guess what I'm trying to say, Judge, is that my client has paid dearly already for his,
When were you shot?
August,
I'm sorry,
August 9th.
August 9th of what year?
This opening already sets the tone. The defense isn't just arguing charges. They're trying to build sympathy before the judge even makes a move. But will emotion work in a courtroom built on evidence?
All right, court is calling 2026 CR 000515 State versus Aiden Falcone. Can I have parties announced?
Rafael Leal for Mr. Falcone.
And are you Mr. Falcone?
Yes.
Counsel, in that case, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Falcone, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? I don't have a copy of the indictment, but did you review the indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yeah.
Right, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? All right, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2, 4 to 400 grams. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fines. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea, it gives you more than you bargained for. The fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Notice how the judge immediately shifts the energy. Don't get comfortable. That's courtroom code for. I've heard every excuse before.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe he is and he was.
Mr. Falcone, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and reentry. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's $1,000 fine to be probated. State recommends deferred adjudication. This is to run concurrent with 2026 CR 003426. It's the court's understanding you've applied for deferred adjudication in community supervision.
Yes, Your
So what does he prefer? Deferred?
Honor. No, I mean deferred, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Judge, I believe that, my apology, that was probably a typo. I
Okay.
believe that it was gonna be a probation offer, but we are going with a offer for adjudication.
Okay. All right, then, did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There be 100 hours community service restitution. No contact with Idrick, Aydrick, Compeon, Compeon, the DOEP course, MRT, and prohibited possession of firearms and ammunition.
If I can interrupt, I think it's Compion with an A, PEA.
Oh, okay.
It's my apologies, Judge.
You all need to start printing.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's COMPEAN.
That's correct, Judge.
All right. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
This is the critical legal moment. The defendant is literally waiving rights that protect him in trial. One wrong understanding here can change the entire outcome of his future.
State any evidence.
No objection to exhibit number one, including all exhibits.
No objection.
All right, state you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, there was another case. before
We're
you.
gonna do this one first.
Okay. The client was, it's only barely 18 and a half years, and he was around 17 when this happened. My client has suffered not only on the charges of this case, but also he was shot by, and he's suffering from an arm condition that he cannot operate his arm. There is a case pending against the alleged shooter in the future, but I guess what I'm trying to say, Judge, is that my client has paid dearly already for his
When were you shot?
August,
I'm sorry,
August
August 9th of what year?
2025.
I mean, this happened in July. So what are you doing with your life? You need to speak up.
Switch it around.
All right, just 1 second. Everyone needs to whisper, and I'm sorry, you need to speak up.
Just going the right path, you know, crazy. I got a second chance at life. I got shot in the face.
Mhm.
You know,
So how old are you?
I'm 18.
Are you in school?
Just
Where? What do you do?
restore education.
I'm sorry, what?
Restore education. About
And here we go, official case entry. This is where theory ends and consequences begin.
my GED, and I work with my dad basically full time.
Okay, do you have any children?
So much.
You're not ready. All right, this is what the court is going to do. 3 years deferred adjudication, regular UAs. If you're drug tested today, what the results will be? All right, there's to be regular UAs, $1,000 fine probated. This run concurrent with 2026 CR 003426. There's to be no possession of firearms or ammunition. There's going to be 100 hours community service restitution. You'd obtain your GED. Once you've obtained your GED, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. I'm sorry, 1 time per month until further notice. There's to be proof of employment within 60 days or SSI within 60 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow TAP recommendations. There's to be no contact with Idric Compion. Probation, is there anything else with regards to that case? All right, did you review the document in that case called Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
This isn't a minor charge. We're talking a second-degree felony. That's serious prison exposure. The judge is clearly making sure he understands exactly what's at stake.
All right, on this motion to revoke, what's happening with the allegations within the motion?
We're gonna withdraw and amend and alter the conditions, Judge.
That's correct, Your Honor. We're gonna withdraw the allegations or the violations and then the case is gonna be resolved.
And the new case will be dismissed, right?
Yeah, it'll be resolved.
All right, is that misdemeanor?
Yes. Your Honor.
Yes, and County Court 7 impact.
And what are you all asking for with conditions?
Your Honor, we are asking for the defendant to complete it. We are also asking for the defendant to complete the family violence live panel. We're asking her to do the UA hotline for 60 days and submit to UA testing bi-weekly.
All right, why is there a request for UA hotline in all of this? Is there an allegation?
The second allegation is for slip up of usage of marijuana in December of last year.
And that's the only thing, marijuana use?
Your Honor, additionally, in the new case, there was an allegation of alcohol intoxication.
Oh, okay.
Probation?
Yes, Judge.
On this case, is there an updated tab?
No, Judge, the last half of the 2024, she completed intensive outpatient treatment as well as her parenting class. There's only been one positive UA.
All right. And then is there going to be any no contact orders?
It's a father.
Maybe a no medical or injurious contact order. It's the alleged complainant is the defendant's father.
All right. So what's going on in your life? What do you need to be successful on this probation?
Just complete my UAs and just follow the orders that my commission.
Well, I mean, do you have anger issues?
No, it's just like me and my dad, like sometimes we bump heads. A lot with me and.
But you know, a lot of people bump heads, but they don't have criminal charges resulting from that.
And
So are your children placed with you or are they placed with him?
they're placed- and I live with them,
All right, and you live with him?
yes.
Is that a part of some type of order that you have to live with him with your children?
Yes. We
All
do
right,
like.
is that Child Protective Services?
It's business. Then business.
Okay,
And Your Honor, I do show that CPS was involved. I think not in the status that these have CPS records, but just in my experience.
Has that been concluded?
Yeah, they did instate already.
so since February 15th, 2026, y'all telling me that CPS investigated and they're done?
Yes, ma'am. We do, but it's.
Does somebody want to check with CPS? Because you all are saying no harmful or injurious contact. CPS may say there's not to be any contact. I don't know. Does anybody want
When's the
to?
last time you dealt with CPS and
It was on it,
the last case? 2 years ago?
yes. Yeah, well, we have to contact my dad because I'm obviously.
All right, so let's do this. If somebody can pick up the phone, call the prosecutors who are in room 306 and ask them to look her up. The only thing they'll need her name or either her eldest child's name, and then they can tell us what their orders are. And then their orders can mirror what I'm going to do here.
Okay.
Because I
You
don't want
agree
to
with
set,
that?
yeah, because I don't want to set her up for failure. And counsel, I know you need to be somewhere at 11. So we're gonna hold her here. They're gonna call and whatever they say over there, that's what it's gonna say here. If they have no contact there, then I'm gonna enter no contact, okay?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, counsel.
Thank you very much, Aaron.
Yes. All right, so this is what I am going to do. Ms. Abrams, if we could do a updated TAP evaluation. They want you to do the BIPP course.
Okay.
All right.
Understand.
It is a family violence course.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Um, I'm not doing the live panel, either they want the live panel or the VIP. And that's a lot for her to do both when she has children. And you said she's completed the parenting classes?
Yes.
All right, so let me ask you this, what's going on with you and your dad that,
It's because we argue about like certain things about me and my kids, like I said, I'm trying to like be as a mother to my kids.
Mhm.
So like, it's been going on since, when I was like children now,
Mhm.
but me and him, we did say sorry to each other, so sometimes whenever we do have an argument, we just go our separate ways.
Mhm.
And he's a maintenance at the apartment, so I rarely see him, so it's just like I said, I don't know, we just, sometimes we have like different boundaries, you can say.
well, here's the thing. Number one, children, they don't need to see that, and they've already had upheaval in their life because you had a CPS case with them, right? So children learn how to resolve issues by watching what other people do. And believe it or not, every time their voice is raised, every time police are called,
Yes,
that creates instability for your children.
yes, please.
So you all are gonna have to find a better way to communicate. And anytime you get ready to raise your voice or you get angry, you need to think about what your children are seeing. You understand? So, and they told me you completed parenting classes, so you should know this. So do you need a refresher on your parenting?
No, ma'am, no, I just like made it clear with my dad that like we need to agree in front of the children and we need to just go our separate ways, and not argue in front of them, so it's a bad choice, yes. And I don't want my kids to even see that, because they're little, and
Yeah.
I understand that completely.
And here's the other thing that you need to realize. In child protective services cases, what ends up happening when grandparents, the children are placed with them, they become their parents. All right? And so they're still in that mode and you got to respect that.
Yes.
Okay? All right. Good luck to you. You're welcome.
This is the emotional pivot. The defense is now fully leaning into life-altering trauma. The courtroom shifts from legal arguments to human storytelling. But will the judge see it as mitigation or manipulation?